Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name is Christine, and in this video, I'm going to show you 2 ways to decorate the Rebekah Meier mixed media art tape from Therm-o-web. Rebekah Meier teamed up with Therm-o-web to come up with some products, and one of the products is this mixed media art tape. And it comes on a roll, and what you can do, this side, it's like a textured paper, I guess. But it just rips, so you can rip off the piece you want. Now because it's on a roll, you might want to just straighten it out a bit. But I'm going to show you 2 ways to decorate it, and our first way is going to be with distress ink, similar to this I have going on here. So it's sometimes good, what I like to do is just use some washi tape, or you can use tape from this, and just tape it down to my surface just to flatten it out. Now I'm going to use regular distress ink on the bottom of my tape, and the reason why I'm doing that is because it comes in so many colors that I'd rather use that than Distress Oxides. I'm going to use Distress Oxides for the next step. So for this demo, I'm just going to use picked raspberry and wilted violet. But you can see on my other ones, I used multiple colors. So you can see the distress inks go on this tape really nicely. So I'm going to now put on my purple. I think I'll go back and add a bit more pink because the purple overtook some of the pink. Okay, so our base is done. Now when I typically do this, I did quite a few strips at a time, but for the demo purpose, I'm just doing the one. So next, I need to add in the blobs on top. Now, of course, you can do this with regular distress ink. I just like to use the oxides because the oxides will go on top of a color. So I'm going to put a little bit of my oxide on, and I'm going to spritz it. So what I like to do before I put my tape on it, this is just a blank card, and I picked up some of that ink on my card, and then I come in with my tape. And this way you get more blotches and not so much of a just a big blob. So you can see how that orange just went on top of that pink and purple. Now because I still have some on my table, I'm going to just bring my card back in. And pick some of it up. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to just give this a little dry. It doesn't need too much. And then we'll move on to the next color. So now I'm going to do the same technique, but this time using broken china oxides. I'm going to put a little bit on my table, give it a spritz, and again I'm going to come in with my card. Have some on my card, and then I'm going to come in. So you can see now I get the smaller little dots. And I can decide where I want them on my tape. I want a bit more right in the middle. And you can see how that blue just sits on top of the other colors. I just love that about the oxides, how they'll sit on top of a color rather than blend in and make another color. I'm going to pick up some of this here. And I'm going to just dry this one more time and clean this up. So my tape is dry, and there you see it makes a really cool design. I just want to show you what I did here was I took some of that tape, and you can just rip this. So you can just rip it in lengths, and then I stuck it on because it is tape. So which one did I have? So it just peels and sticks. And then I just stuck it right onto my card. And this was the card I had done when I was picking up that extra ink. So you can use this as your backdrop, then rip off pieces of tape to add to it, and then I just had this cute little ephemera that I added onto the card. So that is one way to use the tape. The next way I'm going to show you is with foils. Here's some of the ones I was doing. Is you can make some really cool textures with the tapes. Now, I'm going to just take the tape, pull off a piece. Now the funny thing is, so I got this tape, and the first thing I did was I peeled off the backing. So instead of using the side that we just used, I'm using the sticky side. So, and then I'm going to just use my washi again to stick it down. Now Rebekah also came out with some foils. We have Antique Pearl, Patina, New Penny, Old Gold, and Vintage Tin. Now for this technique, I like to use foils that are already been used. You can see here, they're already, because that's how you get some interesting texture. So then what I'll do is I put this down here like this. I burnish it on. And that tape will take in some of the foil. Then I can come in with another color over top of it. And it will fill in some of those other spots. Now I find it doesn't all, because what happens is the stickiness starts going off. So you can always come in with a solid foil. Oops, I have a few sheets there. But after a while I find that the sticky starts to wear off when you keep peeling it. And so you will get some white areas. You can see here I have some white areas going on, but as long as it's not that sticky, it'll be fine. You can see, like, even though there's white there, it only picked up some of the area. And that's because the sticky is wearing on it. So you can keep going in and keep burnishing it with your finger to see if you can still get more picked up. But otherwise you'll have some white spots. Now because we took away the sticky, we're working on the sticky side, how do you put this on your project? Well, of course, Rebekah also came out with a mixed media medium that you can use, and just use this as a collage piece onto your card. Of course, if you don't have her mixed media medium, you can use any medium you have. It's just, she also has one now with her name on it. So yeah, you can just keep going over this. But this is a great way to use these pieces of foil that are already been used, just to make these really cool textured tapes. So here, I'll take that off there and bring in some of mine, just so you can see them. So I think these are really cool to add to your projects. Yeah, just some little mixed media foiled tapes. And that's 2 ways that you can use the Rebekah Meier mixed media tapes. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. In the meantime, here are a couple other videos you might be interested in watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.